was really down to my parents and my upbringing. You know, my dad was a doctor, my mum was a nurse, so I was brought up in a professional background that was used to giving back to others. And I had originally intended and had wanted to be a doctor, but I soon realised that I wasn't tough enough, or I wasn't scientifically orientated enough to really be a good doctor. So I ended up going to university. I did languages, loved it, and went into the commercial world and into the travel industry. In 1996, I was running the global international travel and tourism event, World Travel Market, and it attracted over 5,000 companies, nearly 50,000 people from 180 countries around the world. And I just thought that gave me a very unique platform to be able to influence the industry in a way that was positive and added something rather than just being purely commercial. And I then felt, well, actually, why isn't the travel and tourism industry protecting the very communities that it goes to? And so I decided to find an initiative that was global in its reach, because we're an international industry, was environmentally sound, but also impacted the lives of children and their families across the world. At that time, I learned that a child died every 17 seconds from dirty water. And it was the biggest killer of children under the age of 5 due to diseases such as bilharzia, cholera, diarrhea. And I was shocked. I just thought, you know, as a young mum, that really was hugely impactful to me. And then I learned the amazing statistic that at that time, just £1 could deliver clean water to a child. And I just thought, wow, okay, if I could get £1 off everybody walking through the doors of World Travel Market, it would give me nearly £50,000, and we could do a lot with that. That simple premise of not having to ask anybody for too much, but for us collectively as an industry coming together, really created the name Just a Drop, because the principle was, if all of us gave a little, then collectively we could make a massive difference. At that time, I'd also just become a mum, and that makes you see and look at things differently. In many ways, Cameron and Lauren were a major inspiration behind Just a Drop. I was bathing Cameron and Lauren, and Cameron was 4 and Lauren was just 1, and we were talking. He had a habit of sucking the dirty water from the bath from a face cloth. So I turned around to him and said, you know, Cameron, that's really, you know, the water's dirty. That's not good for you. You've got to stop doing that. And he looked at me and he went, well, why, Mummy? And I said, well, it makes you really ill. And he said, is that why you're going to Africa? And I said, well, yes, it is. So he got out the bath. I'm sorting out Lauren. I told him to put his pajamas on. And about 10 minutes later, I find him in his toy box pulling all these toys out. And I said, Cameron, what are you doing? You're meant to be getting ready for bed. And he said, Mum, I just thought you should take these toys to the children in Africa so that when they get better, they've got something to play with. And I thought, well, if a 4-year-old child can understand the importance of how dirty water can make you sick, then surely I can influence other people to see the same and help support us on this journey. It was the completely transformational nature of Just a Drop that really compelled me, and I think it's what's kept, because it's, you know, running a small organisation that's trying to make a difference in lots of challenging circumstances isn't easy. But what's kept not just me, but the whole team that's behind Just a Drop going, is the fact that we know that whatever we do, we are making a difference to people's lives, and that it really counts.